Hi everyone, it's Lori Brennan from Lori Brennan Creates. Today I just wanted to give you a quick and easy tutorial on a simple gift for Christmas using my favorite product, Unicorn Spit. And today we're going to make coasters. I'm going to bring you down to my work area so you can see what I'm doing. These are the coasters I bought at the dollar store. I don't know if you can read that, but it says absorbent. These are clay based. They also have the cork backing. They're inexpensive. And what I do to prep them is any color spray paint over top. Even Mod Podge would work. But because these have a pattern on them, I want something opaque over them. And the other purpose is to keep the spit from absorbing too much into the coaster. But because they already have a cork backing, I don't have to worry about adding that later. I tape off the cork backing just to keep it relatively clean while I'm working. You could do the same technique on glazed ceramic tiles. You would just add your own backing, either felt pads or corking. The only prep you would have to do to that before using your Unicorn Spit is cleaning them off well with isopropyl alcohol. The spit will stick to them even if they're glossy. I know most of you like to work with, get your hands in the spit, but I'm not one of those people, so I'm putting on gloves. I'm going to start my first technique. We're going to try a stain press galaxy, one of my favorite techniques. You need a water bottle, your spit, and some thin plastic to do a stain press. So I'm just going to spritz my tile. It just keeps the Unicorn Spit moving around. Then I'm going to pick some colors, and don't worry about placement. Anywhere you put it will look beautiful. I like to use at least one light color in there to give it some cloudiness, like the Milky Way sort of. You could go crazy with as many colors as you want. I'm not doing too many colors because it's a small surface, probably 3.5 by 3.5. I've got spit on there just randomly. I'll give it another spritz to move the colors around. I'll take a thin sheet of drop cloth, or you can use saran wrap or anything you like, plastic tablecloth even. I lay it down, try and make sure there's no big air bubbles, and then I just start patting it around to manipulate the spit. I don't even need gloves for this one, but for the future techniques we will. I like to concentrate on spreading the light colors as much as I can, because then it looks more like little areas of stars. Any colors you like look beautiful, because every color is found in the universe. Okay, I'm going to take the 4 corners up so it lifts sort of from the center. Now, as far as those lines that the plastic leaves behind, you can just spritz on that and they will soften out. I'm going to put that one aside. Do another technique. This one has a gold base. I love the colors Zia Teal and black together, so I'm going to do a technique with that. I'm going to spritz it. This is just a blowing technique. I may use some white too. But you just need a drinking straw and some breath. Just put it wherever you like. Spritz again to get it moving. Take your straw and blow it around. I like some of the gold showing through. I think it's kind of pretty. Maybe some more Zia. For those of you who like pores, you can get a similar effect with this blowing technique. Like I said, I haven't gone for full coverage. I like the gold showing through. I'll just dab a bit over to the sides. And I think I need a bit more Zia there. Try and put the same end in your mouth every time, or you could get a mouthful of spit. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white here and there, just because I like the way it sort of looks a bit lacy when you blow it around. That's a bit thick, so. Let's get a little bit of this water that's coming off the sides. Can you see what I mean about the lacy look? Okay, we will put that one aside as well. Now here's a technique that I've never tried. I'm going to try on camera for the first time, which is a bit risky, but if it doesn't work, we'll learn together. It's called coraling technique, because the end result looks a bit like coral. I'm going to spritz on here. I'm going to do, let's see, purple. You only need to put the spit on one tile. You're going to put them together and that'll transfer the spit to the other. Purple and, let's see, Zia teal. And let's do some blue thunder. So this one just has water spritz on it. This one has all the spit on it. I'm going to match them up and squish it down. I'm going to squish it down just to distribute the paint a bit. And then I'm going to open it up. I'll show you up close, but it does look a little bit like coral. It's a pretty technique. Some areas are raised right now. Sorry, my dogs are having a fit because my husband came home. And it'll dry flat. I'll try one more technique. Rob, I'm doing a video. Okay, let's do an ombre effect. I'm going to spritz my tile. This is Navajo Jewel. I'll put a third of that, approximately, not full coverage, but I mixed up a color which is half Navajo Jewel and half Zia Teal. I'll use that for my center color. And we will use straight Zia Teal for the last third. And I take another piece of my plastic, place it down, distribute my unicorn spit, and then instead of lifting the four corners this time, I'm going to pull from one direction and it'll pull one color through the others, like this. Just getting a little bit of coverage of the Navajo. Just bring it over the edges a bit, but you can see the ombre effect. I think I'm going to get another piece of plastic, put a bit more Zia, and pull it in the other direction. Excuse me. I think I want the Zia pulling through the dark colors instead. Yeah, that's a bit different. Use any colors you like, but this way you're going to pull one color through the others. Okay, let's talk about top coats. I generally like to epoxy mine, and my favorite epoxy is Family Glaze Coat. Glaze coat is good up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, so I would say it's a good choice for your average coffee cup without damage, but I wouldn't use it on a trivet or something like that that needs high heat, where something's coming directly from the oven. In a case like that, there are clear gloss engine enamels that are rated for 500 degrees, and those have been recommended to me, although I have not been able to find them locally. I'm going to keep looking, but I've also used sprays. If you're not going to be using high heat, these are my two favorite sprays. They're both Rust-Oleum. One's lacquer and one's Ultra Cover 2x coat. Those are both great top coats that don't yellow. Okay, let me gather up a few bits of garbage and show you what we ended up with. We have our coral pieces. Like I said, those will dry flat, but they'll give the impression of being 3D, and even more so with the Family Glaze Coat. We have our ombre piece, dark going to light. We have our blown around spit that looks a bit lacy and has some background color showing through. And we have a stain press, which will be a galaxy. What I will do when this dries is splatter some white around here and there and everywhere to look like stars. I hope that gave you some ideas for Christmas gifts, hostess gifts. We seem to be doing a lot of gift giving this time of year, so I would say this is a quick and easy project to use your unicorn spit. I do this with my granddaughter all the time. She's 5. It's non-toxic. It does require an oil-based top coat, and there are as many options as there are colors and techniques. So use your imagination and go crazy. Thanks for joining me. Bye.